I don't know who needs to hear this, but I know somebody does. You're gonna find this video when you need it most. You're worrying too much, you're stressing, and you're missing the point that life is trying to teach you. Today, I'm gonna give you 8 of those points so you can finally understand what life is all about. And most people, they ignore number 8 and live a life full of misery. So watch to the end. Point number 1, let go of the need for control. Everybody in this world always thinks that they can control their outcomes. They can control exactly what happens to them. But I want to tell you something. You can't. I'm sorry to burst your bubble, maybe ruffle your feathers, whatever the fuck they say, but you can't necessarily control the outcomes. But you know what you can control? The inputs. You can control what you put in. Stop focusing on the necessarily, like, I say necessarily, the dollar amount all the time, right? Oh, I know I'm gonna make this much if I do that. No, 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 no. You're thinking about it wrong. What you need to do is make sure you're putting as much effort as you can to the actions, and that'll dictate your outcome. That'll dictate how much money you make. Because guess what? If you know you make so much money from just pressing this red button so many times, you won't necessarily worry about how much money you make. You just see how you could better press that button so you can maximize, right? So it's all about maximizing your inputs. That'll dictate your outputs. Stop trying to worry about all these things that you can't control. And one thing that you genuinely have control over is your mind. That should be the thing you're trying to control, your habits, how you're conducting yourself, your confidence, the things that you put in to your body, the things that you feed your mind, right? Stop trying to go out and focus on all of these things that don't even bring you any value and that you can't control. You can't control if it's gonna rain today. Why you get mad about it? You can't control, oh shit, somebody just threw a bomb in my house. I mean, you probably can't control that, depending on where you live. But you know what I'm trying to say, though. Stop worrying about things that you can't control. And that leads me to my next point. Point number 2. Let's go ahead and see here. You're not lost, you're learning. I used to always think of myself as a person that was lost. I didn't know much about the world. And the more I kept learning, the more lost I kept finding myself. And that's because there's no such thing as having it figured out. There is no such thing as having everything 100% figured out, because there's so much room for growth. There's so much things to learn in life. Life is an endless journey of opportunities to learn. And it's important to take those opportunities to actually do so you can better your life for the better. So you can actually show God that you're a person worthy of what He's about to bless you with. So don't look at life as, oh, I'm lost, I don't have it figured out, I just can't do. No, 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 no. First of all, we're not gonna sit here and negatively talk to ourselves and make ourselves feel like shit. You need to understand that you're not necessarily lost. You're learning. If you really want to put into perspective, every great successful person, every celebrity is lost. Why? Because there's always going to be more to figure out. So if you really want to think about it, you're always going to be lost. So let's stop focusing on things that we can't control and focus on things we can control. Okay, we're lost. The only thing we can do is learn. So let's keep learning. And you shouldn't want to have everything figured out. Why? Because if you had every single thing figured out, if you know exactly how your life was going to play out, what would be the point? What would be the point of you living? Life is meant to teach you things. Life is a never-ending journey. Why are you trying to get to that destination so fast? If you were to get everything you wanted right now, you probably feel good for, a little bit, but think long term. What would that do to you? Wow. Now what's the point of living? If you had all the knowledge, all the money, all the fame, everything you wanted right now, and just like that, but you didn't go through any hardship, you didn't go through anything, you didn't meet anybody, you just, boom, just like that, what was the point of it? You're missing the whole point of life if you think like that. So remember, you're not lost, you're learning. That leads me to point number 3. Point number 3, stop dwelling over the past. A lot of people will sit here and think about these old relationships they've been in. Think about these times they were doing this and doing that and maybe the shit they went through, the traumatic experiences. I'm sorry to tell you, but nobody really gives a fuck. We've all been through something. We've all been through shit. But you gotta keep going. Yeah, everybody has a story, and yeah, it's pretty entertaining and nice to hear other people's stories, but at the end of the day, let's be real here. Nobody really gives a fuck. That's the past. What are you going to do now? Why do you keep sitting here dwelling over things that bring you no value? You can only move forward. Your present creates your future. It also creates your past. It also sets your past in stone, but you have to focus on what you can do now. 5 seconds ago, I can't get that time back. Regardless of what I said, maybe I've messed up, maybe I said something I didn't mean to say, maybe I said something that was, it doesn't matter. I can't get that time back. So I got to keep moving forward. We got to keep on going. So we can't keep sitting here worrying about things that just have already happened to us. That girl broke up with you. You struggling with an addiction. Maybe it's porn. Maybe it's a drug addiction, sex addiction. You keep indulging in bad habits. You keep procrastinating, poor time management, things that are hindering your success, your growth, and you know what they are. You, deep down inside, know where you are, and you know where you need to get help. You know where you need to improve yourself. But you may watch all of these videos thinking that if I just watch another video, I'll just find the answers. You already have the answer. You have all the answers you need. Yet you want to sit here and keep on what? Looking for more? You have every single thing you need to be successful right now. But that's an unpopular opinion. But back to what I was saying though. Stop dwelling over things that obviously don't bring you any value and honestly are just hindering your growth as a person. As a person. What the fuck is a purpose? As a person. It's time to move on and actually do things the right way and actually start to adapt a growth mindset. And that leads me to my next point. Point number 4. Stop worrying about the future. I know we just talked about, okay, we got to stop worrying about the past. We got to focus on our present actions so, we can have a better future. But you can't worry about the future. Here's what happens when you worry about the future. You're sitting there, oh man, I gotta make sure this is right. You might have something called, you might be somewhat of a perfectionist. You're trying to make sure this is right, and now you're trying to control your outcomes again. You can't worry about the future because you can't control what's gonna happen. You can only control what you do now. You can't worry about, I gotta make sure this is right. I gotta make sure I'm making this amount of money by this month. I gotta be making $100K a month by this time. And don't get it wrong. It's cool to set goals. It's cool to set, benchmarks and things that are okay. I know if I could just do this by this time, I should do that. Like estimate it, but we obviously just don't know. We don't know. You don't. Because shit happens. Life is unpredictable. It's everything but predictable. It's unpredictable. Shit. Pisses me off sometimes. I be thinking, I know exactly how my day is gonna go. I used to be obsessive over days. I gotta get every single minute right, every single second. And you're gonna drive yourself crazy because life is unpredictable. But that's the beautiful thing, because so many great things can happen. So many great things can happen when you just understand that, okay, I can't know my future. I can't dwell on my past, and I have to be present in the moment. I have to just work with what I'm given right now. That's where you meet so many great people. It's those days where you may be going out to the store, maybe going out to do something you don't want to do, and you meet somebody fucking great. Maybe it's a friend. Maybe it's you get into some type of romantic relationship. But it all starts with you being present in the moment and not letting the past or the future negatively affect you. Be present in the moment. It's a gift. That's why it's called the present. Come on now. That leads me to the next point. Point number 5. Life will be boring without the unknown. Now listen, if you knew exactly what was going to happen in your future, if you knew exactly how your life was going to play out, it would be fucking boring. You wouldn't, like, think about this. You wouldn't enjoy it. I'm telling you. You may say, if I would enjoy it, I would know exactly what I'm going to do, this, down, the third. Okay. How will you enjoy that? Truly ask yourself. If you know exactly, oh, I'm gonna eat this food, this is gonna happen here, I'm gonna do this, this unexpected thing is gonna happen. It takes the fun, the joy, the fulfillment out of life. If you were to just know everything, what would be the point of living? I wouldn't want to live if I knew exactly everything that was gonna happen. I wouldn't even want to celebrate. What would be the point of celebrating? I already know what's gonna happen. I already know I know exactly how it's gonna happen, when it's gonna happen, the people that are gonna be there, the people are gonna be in my life. I mean, at times I'm like, okay, yeah, it'd be a cheat code for life. Yeah, it'd be pretty cool in the short term. You maybe could, do certain things, but you know every single thing that was gonna happen in your life, and that was gonna be so fucking boring. Me personally, I just wouldn't want to do that to myself. I like the unknown, the spontaneous things that can happen, even the bad things, because there's always a lesson to be learned from it. I love the unexpected good occurrences that happen. I love when I meet somebody new. Maybe it's a girl, she fine, she, fuck with me for me. I'm getting to know her now. Now I'm getting myself into somewhat of a romantic, loving relationship. Or maybe it's a guy, I'm meeting him, he a cool person, a good individual, somebody I can do business with, somebody I can actually, sit down and talk to about some real shit. It's just, it's beautiful. That's why it's so important to never try to rush life. You don't want to know everything. Just stay present in the moment. Stay present. Tell me. Next point. You know what I'm saying? We going through them today. Come on now. We going through them. Point number 6. Trust the process, even when it's slow. We just talked about not rushing life. You got to trust where you are right now. We're all dealt a different set of cards in life. We're all dealt a different set of cards. Some people have aces. Some people have shit hands. You got to understand this. You can always bounce back. You can always bounce back. No matter what happens. Yeah, your car might have just broke down. Your girl broke up with you. Oh man, you relapsed again. Oh man, you lost some money. You made a bad investment. You just got robbed. Everything's going on. Rent due. Maybe you're getting bullied. Suicidal thoughts, man. I get it. Life's hard. Life is a bitch. It's a fucking bitch. But you gotta understand this, man. You have to keep moving forward. You have to adopt that mindset of, hey, I'm the type of person who can get through this. You have to trust what you're going through. Trust all of these things you're going through. Trust them as learning experiences. Trust them as things that could bring you to that next level. And I'm telling you, that next level is always going to be better than that current level. The current level you're at, it's not set in stone. You can always level up in life, no matter where you're at. Stop thinking that there's nothing else better for you. If you keep telling yourself that, it's going to be true. It's going to be fucking true. It's going to be set in stone. If you keep telling your subconscious mind, here's where I am. I'll never grow. I'll keep staying in the same position. I'm comfortable. I won't ever make more money. I won't ever get a better body. I won't ever start eating right. I won't ever find that loving relationship with this person. I won't ever, be able to have a great friend group. I won't ever be able to. Stop saying that shit, because every time you say it, you keep solidifying it. It's true. You keep telling yourself, this is my reality, and it will stick and always be my reality. Why the fuck would you want that? Start talking positively. Start talking positive to yourself. Shit. I can't even say the word right. Stop trying to let these negative thoughts run your life. Your mind is your greatest weapon. Stop using it against yourself and start using it against the world. That's what you got to do if you truly want to be successful. If you truly want to be great, if you truly want to be well off, if you truly want to be anything of greatness, you have to control your mind. And that leads me to my next point, man. Trust that process when it's slow. Next point, though. 7. There is beauty in the struggle. Whenever we sit down and we look at life, we love to reminisce. Talk about all the things we've been through. I remember that time this happened, and it may have been something that was bad, but we love to sit down and reminisce sometimes on things that happened in the past. And we look at all of these struggles, all of these things we've been through, and we like, damn, I had to go through that to become the person I am now. I had to go through almost getting shot to hop on camera and tell you about those experiences. I had to go through putting myself in life or death threatening situations, almost got into a relationship with a murderer. I couldn't even get hard one time when I was trying to get up with a girl. I remember some niggas was following me when I was... It's so much I've been through, man, but I'm just saying, all the different things that happened in our lives. We all have stories to tell, and the world would love to hear those stories. The people we encounter, people in the world, like, we love to see, damn, what did you go through? What's your story? Who are you? So it's important to always realize your story, I'm talking like I'm from Memphis. Your story should never be unheard. But the only way to tell that story is to live that story and to keep on going. You got to keep writing. You got to keep writing those pages. And just because that last chapter wasn't as good, don't be scared. Do not be scared to flip that page. Don't be scared to go on to the next one, because that next chapter could be the chapter that changes your life for the better. That chapter could be the chapter that truly defines your character, that truly pivots your whole story, that changes the narrative. And that'll be the time that your life changes. And everybody gonna see it. And everybody's gonna talk about that story. But it's up to you to keep on writing it. Don't stop now. Don't sit here and get comfortable and try to put yourself down and try to lower your voice. Let it come out. Let your voice shine. Let your struggles, your hardships, everything you've been through, be content with it. Be in a position as somebody who will be as if they were, as I said, I don't know what the fuck I was trying to say. Be the type of person who can live that story out. Those things you've been through, they don't define you. The actions you take today define you. And that leads me to the next point. Do it all with a smile. Life's hard. It's hard as hell. It's hard like a motherfucker when they take some Viagra. It's hard as shit. It's hard as hell. But it's important to keep smiling. You can't sit here and have this fucked up mood, this fucked up mindset of I'm never gonna get better. You're sitting here sad, depressed, crying over the things that you've been through. I'm gonna just tell you something. And this may be hard to hear. You gotta grow the fuck up. You gotta get the fuck up and tell yourself, hey, yeah, this happened. Yeah, it hurts. But you gotta keep going. Because everybody's going through shit. You're not the only person going through shit. You think these great celebrities, these great people making all of this money, people that you see on social media living these quote unquote fantastic lives aren't going through shit? You crazy. You're crazy. But you think that your situation is harder? And granted, your situation may be hard, but there's somebody in this world always going through something harder than you. Somebody that would die to be in your position. You look to the right. You looking at this person with the nice body, all the money, all the women, all of the things that you want out of life. You like, damn, I wish I had that. But then you look to the left. That person is sitting there dying, looking at you, trying to be in your position, just wishing he could have 1% of what you got. But you taking it for granted. Stop comparing yourself to others. Live in your truth. Where you are now isn't set in stone. You can always get better, but you got to be grateful for where you are in life. And you got to keep smiling. Don't let that smile fade away. Turn that frown up motherfucking side down. And let's go. Because everything that you go through in life is going to be hard, maybe. And, there are going to be some good times as well. But there are going to be times that truly make you feel like you're not worth it. And you may go through something that makes you feel like you shouldn't be here. I remember last year, I tell the story all the time a little bit. Got my computer stolen. Was going through shit. I fell off with those closest to me. Burned through $20,000 I made from selling snacks in high school. I was at my lowest. I felt like my dreams were slipping away from me. It was hard for me to do what I wanted to do in life. I didn't go to college. My mama didn't believe in me. My pop said he do, but sometimes I felt like he didn't. I didn't have a lot of people rooting for me, man, but I had to keep going because there's only one person that can get you to where you want to be in this life, and that's you. So smile through the pain, don't go insane, and let's get it, y'all. Now, if you're someone looking to quit porn and stop chasing women so you can obtain real confidence and attract high-value women, go ahead and join my school community. It's the first link in the description down below, and I would love to have you. And as always, make sure you subscribe to the channel and watch this next video on the screen, wherever it is, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.